Hello and welcome. I'm Barbara O'Neill. In this special episode, we'll delve deep into the natural solutions for thyroid health, focusing on how simple dietary changes, iodine supplementation, and lifestyle adjustments can enhance thyroid function. Whether you're struggling with an underactive or overactive thyroid, you'll find valuable insights and practical tips that could transform your health. Before we begin, I'm curious about you. Where are you watching from? Let me know in the comments and feel free to ask any questions you might have.
Now, Dr. David Brownstein is considered the expert on iodine. And he's written a book called Iodine, Why You Need It and Why You Can't Live Without It. And in his book, he shows that overactive and underactive thyroid are usually both due to lack of iodine.
Indeed.
So, and the name of his book, I won't write it because it's a long name, Iodine, Why You Need It and Why You Can't Live Without It. That's the name of his book. So number one, iodine. Well, how can you tell if someone needs iodine? Because iodine is the thyroid's number one food. And what about iodized salt? Did you know that within 1 hour of opening the iodized salt, all the iodine's gone? Did you know that there's no iodine in Celtic salt and there's no iodine in Himalayan salt? Because it evaporates. So when the waves crash, the iodine goes into some suspension, goes across and lands on the soil. That's why the plants grown around the edge of a country near the sea are higher in iodine.
And when it's added to the soil?
Yes, that can help. But what we suggest is to buy Lugol solution. Lugol solution is a combination of iodine and iodide. And iodide is used mostly by the reproductive organs of the body, and the iodine is used by the other organs of the body. So Lugol solution is a combination of those two. It's a dark brown fluid. And what you do is you put it on the inside of the arm, put 1 drop there, and it'll make a brown smudge or mark. And then the person observes how long it stays brown. If the iodine's gone in an hour, that person's very low. If there's still some semblance of colour after 5 hours, that person's got good amounts of iodine. So what do you do if it's all gone in an hour? You just put it on every day till it stays for 5 hours. That's simple, isn't it? So, number 2, eliminate mercury. Eliminate all exposure to mercury. And there's 3 places we can be exposed to mercury. Where's that?
Tuna.
Yeah, fish. And the bigger the fish, the higher the concentration of mercury, because mercury is bioaccumulative. That means the bigger the fish, the more it accumulates. So fish, where else can we be exposed? Fillings in the teeth, the silver-coloured fillings. And the 3rd place we can be exposed is the vaccines. Yep.
Dr. Brownstein's insights into the crucial role of iodine in thyroid health are enlightening. Both overactive and underactive thyroid conditions may result from iodine deficiencies, underscoring the importance of regularly monitoring iodine levels. Tools like the iodine patch test are simple yet effective for assessing these levels. Additionally, recognizing how quickly iodine can deplete from sources such as iodized salt reinforces the necessity for regular iodine supplementation to maintain adequate levels. With a clear understanding of iodine's significance, we now turn our attention to another vital aspect affecting thyroid health: the impact of environmental toxins. Understanding and mitigating these influences is essential for maintaining thyroid function and overall well-being.
In about, I think it was about the 1970s in Minamata Bay in Japan, they noticed cats doing backflips. All these cats were doing backflips. And they traced it to the mercury going into the water. And remember, mercury is a heavy metal. It's not in the seawater, so it's not in Celtic salt. It sinks to the bottom and the fish, the plants take it up, the little fish eat the plants, the bigger fish eat the little fish. And they called it dancing cat disease. They didn't call it mercury disease. So eliminate all exposure to mercury. Because mercury takes up the selenium, and selenium is needed to convert iodine into thyroxine. Number 3, high estrogen opposes thyroid function. So you can have someone with thyroid problems because they've got high estrogen. What would cause high estrogen? Any ideas?
Dairy.
What causes high estrogen?
Tin.
Contraceptive pill. Plastics. Especially those soft plastics that have got the nonylphenol. Remember the xenoestrogens coming from chemicals, coming from plastics. You've got your plastic fabrics. Remember your acrylics, nylons, polyesters. So eliminate exposure to mercury and eliminate plastics. And eliminate the contraceptive pill.
And dairy. Good.
Yep. And one of the reasons for dairy and also eggs is because of the growth stimulants that are given to cows and chickens. And the growth stimulants is an estrogenic effect. And so what also needs to happen here is the hormone balancing program. And we looked at that. We looked at the herbs that you can use. We also looked at getting together and ordering a whole box to get it cost. The Anna's Wild Yam Cream from Australia. So that's an important part because your high estrogen opposes your thyroid function. These are areas that are not often assessed, but as I've just shown you, if you don't get these back into balance, you won't find a turnaround of the problem. And don't forget the true remedies, 8 laws. Thyroid controls metabolism. So if it's overactive, everything's fast, they can't eat enough food to because metabolism is going so fast. And it's really, they lose weight because everything's going so fast. So with overactive thyroid, it might need to be supplemented with juices. Definitely need 3 meals a day, maybe an hour before the meal they'll need a vegetable juice just to keep up. And how do we slow down when it's overactive? How do we slow it down?
Ice.
Ice. And how do we ice? 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off. 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off. You might do that for half an hour to really chill it.
Eliminating mercury exposure is crucial for thyroid health because mercury competes with selenium. a vital mineral required for converting iodine into the thyroid hormone, thyroxine. To reduce mercury exposure, avoid consuming high mercury fish, opt for dental fillings that do not contain mercury, and be cautious of vaccines that include thimerosal. Additionally, it's important to verify the purity of your sea salt to ensure it is free from heavy metals. Moving forward, we'll delve into how hormonal imbalances, particularly elevated levels of estrogen, can impact thyroid function. Understanding and managing these hormonal imbalances are key to maintaining a healthy thyroid and overall endocrine balance. Let's explore actionable strategies to address these hormonal issues and support thyroid health effectively.
And I'm going to make a list of foods and herbs and vitamins that stimulate highway 2, getting rid of that estrogen, and inhibit highway 16, which wants to keep it back in. One is the cabbage family. The cabbage family contain a plant chemical called indoles. And these indoles stimulate highway 2 and inhibit highway 16. So it can be very simple of just eating the cabbage family every day. So that might be broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, kale, bok choy, and of course cabbage. High estrogen opposes thyroid function. So people that have a thyroid problem, it can be a hormonal imbalance, and people that have a thyroid problem, they need to be cautious of raw brassica. Raw brassica or raw cabbage family contain goitrogens, and goitrogens inhibit thyroid function. So if someone's got underactive thyroid gland, they need to cook all their cabbage family, because cooking disarms the goitrogens. If someone has a hyperthyroidism, hyperactive thyroid, go for the raw cabbages, because you want to slow that thyroid down. Can you see that difference? Just a comment as we talk on the cabbage family. So now we're looking at what else can stimulate highway 2 and inhibit highway 16 is flaxseed. So that's a really easy one to grind up for your breakfast every day. And licorice. If you've got high blood pressure, forget the licorice. Also, vitamin B, particularly vitamin B6, 9 and 12. Now the highest source of your B vitamins is raw nuts and seeds, but if someone has a hormonal imbalance, they may initially need to supplement. So this one's turning the tap off. This one's getting rid of the excess estrogen, and there is a cream called the Anna's Wild Yam Cream that is our third point. The Anna's Wild Yam Cream contains the plant chemical diosgenin, and when this cream is applied to the skin, the fat cells take it up and it stimulates the pathway that your body uses to make its own progesterone. In America, you can buy progesterone cream, but you keep putting that in, the body gets lazy. And every year when I come to America, I meet women who've been on the progesterone cream and it's just not doing it anymore. But if you apply the yam cream, can you see what it's doing? This is why I like it. It's stimulating your body to make its own. So it's superior. So the directions are one finger dip, that's just past the nail bed. So finger in past the nail bed, that's about the right amount. Inside of arms one time, abdomen another time, inside of thighs another time, chest, so you alternate your spots. And a woman applies it morning and night, so two times a day for 3 weeks a month.
The interplay between high estrogen levels and thyroid function is intricate. Elevated estrogen can suppress the thyroid's operational efficiency, causing an imbalance. To counteract this, incorporating foods from the cabbage family such as broccoli, kale and Brussels sprouts into your diet is advantageous. These foods contain compounds that aid in the metabolism of estrogen, thereby supporting thyroid health. Adding flax seeds and essential vitamins such as B6, B9 and B12 can also enhance hormonal equilibrium, promoting overall endocrine health. Next, we will examine practical methods to naturally stimulate thyroid function. These dietary adjustments are simple yet effective strategies to mitigate the impact of high estrogen on the thyroid, ensuring it functions optimally. Stay tuned as we explore natural ways to boost your thyroid's health and maintain a balanced hormonal state.
You can also wake up a thyroid gland. So underactive thyroid gland, you see, underactive thyroid gland, you can put a cayenne pepper poultice on that, or compress. And what you would do is you would just do one about this size because your thyroid gland is about there. And then you would put it on for a few hours. Now, we had a lady who was so excited about this because she had an underactive thyroid. She was on medication. Today, she is on no medication. It took a bit of work, but eventually she got off her medication. And that's quite a surprise to most people because most people think if they're on the thyroid medication, they're on it for the rest of their life. Her doctor took her off because all her levels became normal because of everything else she was doing. So she put it on and went to bed, and she didn't sleep all night because that woke her thyroid gland up so much she became active all night. So, message from this is don't put it on before you go to bed. So after that, we started putting it on just in the morning while I was doing the lecture while she was with us. And she said that after about half an hour, it got really, really hot. And then it would settle down a little bit. So can you see what's happening is blood is being drawn into that thyroid gland to wake it up. Remember what blood is? It's the life of the flesh. If someone's got an overactive thyroid gland, students, what would you put on the thyroid gland to slow it down? Ice. That's so simple, isn't it? It's so simple. But one thing that really can help the thyroid gland to control or balance out is high-intensity exercise. High-intensity exercise wakes up that thyroid gland. Often thyroid glands, whether it be under or overactive, are iodine deficient. And you can do a very simple iodine test. You can get iodine from the chemist and you paint it, say, on the inside of your arm and you'll get a brown smudge. And then you just observe how long it's there for. If that iodine disappears within an hour, you've got low iodine. Well, how do you get your iodine up? You just put it on every day until it stays there. It should be there for about 5 hours. That's a very simple one, isn't it? And your thyroid's main food is iodine. And earlier in the week, actually it was yesterday, last night, I said that mercury gobbles up your selenium and your thyroid gland needs selenium to convert iodine into thyroxine. And so getting the mercury fillings out is also important. You only need 5 Brazil nuts a day to supply all the iodine that you need in a day. Now, what I usually do, now you see what I've done here. I've got a piece of Glad wrap and I've got kitchen paper that's been folded over. I'm going to put a light sprinkle of oil on that and then I'm going to sprinkle about half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper on that. You see, it's very, very gentle.
The story of the woman who managed to reverse her underactive thyroid condition with a cayenne pepper poultice is profoundly inspiring. This case demonstrates the effectiveness of natural remedies in stimulating thyroid function, highlighting the broader benefits of holistic health practices. Additionally, high-intensity exercise is essential for regulating thyroid activity and maintaining sufficient iodine levels, which are vital for proper thyroid function. These strategies underscore the importance of a well-rounded approach to health that incorporates natural treatments and physical activity. As we continue to explore and advocate for natural solutions, it's crucial to remember these practical tips and integrate them into our daily routines to support optimal thyroid health. Let's keep pushing the boundaries of what natural health practices can achieve for our well-being. Thank you for joining me today in exploring the natural cure for thyroid issues. Remember, simple changes in diet, careful management of environmental exposures, and proactive health practices can make a significant difference in your thyroid health. Stay informed, stay healthy, And until next time, take care of your thyroid and it will take care of you.